Hello, friends. These cards are popping. Even before I started intentionally filming, the cards exploded and went all backwards and crazy, and yeah. So of course, right when I start speaking, we have some fly out. I think there were two, so I'm going to try for one more. One is on the floor, of course. Okay, yeah. That was kind of a bunch all at once, but that's another one on the floor, so we'll take it. Let me pick up what's on the floor. I'll be right back. So we have the Emperor, and then the Five of Wands came out with Judgment, and the Empress in reverse. So the first thing that stuck out to me is that on either end we have these two pretty dominant figures here. And they are counterparts. So, I mean, in the deck. So for some of you, what I'm feeling is this is kind of a spousal thing going on. It looks like that to me, so that's why I was doing it like that before. And my light and the mirroring, it's totally throwing me off. Anyways, so that's what it looks like to me. And you can see the Emperor, he's a very strong, solid foundation of a person. So I feel like they're kind of being the rock in this situation. Now, what I meant to address is that with the Emperor and the Empress popping out like that, it's the divine counterparts in the sense of masculine and feminine, not necessarily male and female. So it's this energy here being that strong foundation, being in that role of being the stone for the relationship right now. That's just the story of that particular person. So whether you are, whatever kind of relationship you're in, whoever you are in that relationship, it could be you, it could be the other person, right? I'm just saying it doesn't come down to gender or anything like that. Okay. The Empress, on the other hand, is in reverse. So normally the Empress is just that other side of this really solid relationship where she is that mothering figure, that person that you're going to go to for advice or for nurturing, whatever you need, right? She's there. In the reverse, it's more that that person is probably going through a difficult time and they're going to need the support now. So in more extreme cases, it could be like a codependent situation. And, you know, this person has done some healing around that, where this person is really going through it and just in that space where they're very codependent on this person, or very dependent on this person, because if this person's no longer in that codependent, it takes that co out of it. But either way, this person is in a very needy space. Could be you, could be the person that you're in relationship with. But it's just something to acknowledge within the situation. With the Five of Wands paired with Judgment, what I see is there's this conflict going on, and it has the potential to kind of transform not only the relationship, but your guys' lives. Something really, really big. And I don't see it as like, I don't see it as a breakup energy necessarily, because if you notice, like in this Judgment card, they're all standing there together still, and they're actually, it's kind of a happy card to me. At least that's how it feels in this context. So I don't see the conflict as like this big bad thing that you guys are fighting each other about. It could just simply be this dynamic right now where the Empress is needing more love, they're needing more out of their person, and the conflict is everyone trying to find their balance within that need. There is a healthy way to go about, having those needs and fulfilling those needs, especially with partners and other people that you are intertwined with in your life. But I feel like you're finding that balance right now, and maybe having trouble finding that balance. So it could be just that storyline for some of you. The conflict could be something bigger, though. Just as a for instance, I mean, I've known some people who have had to move mother-in-laws in, or the dad too, either or, both, all kinds of situations I've seen, right? But it's not always okay for everyone involved. It might not be the best move. So there may be a conflict arising out of that, right? Where you're not fighting each other, you're just looking for how to bring about a solution that works for everyone. And I could certainly see where, in this specific instance, if it were moving a mother-in-law in, where the feminine energy within the relationship might be all up in their feels and be kind of topsy-turvy and trying to find that balance. So whatever it is you're working through, it does have the potential to be a good catalyst. It's giving you the opportunity to talk through things, to support each other and be there for each other, and really come together. So that's the big message here. There is an opportunity in front of you, and I want you to see it as an opportunity, not as this big, daunting, terrible feeling thing. It could easily go either way, but it depends on your mindset and it depends on your outlook. So try to stay in that better energy. Let's go ahead and pull an advice card from the Oracle of E. And this is just the basic reading here for, I don't even think I introed this video because the cards just started popping. Oh my gosh. You clicked on the video, so you know by now. This is for Gemini for mid-month of October. Fits for whenever you're finding it. That's just when I'm reading. Yeah. This is the basic reading. We will do an extended over on Patreon for anyone who might be interested in that. And I certainly am. I'm interested to see what more we can find out about this situation and how we can help here. So for now, the one that came out is pick up after yourself. For some people, I like to point out these numbers because sometimes that can mean something to someone, and it's kind of an extra wave from the universe, like, hey, pay attention here. But anyways, pick up after yourself. The energy of that card is like taking care of yourself, worrying about yourself in this situation. So yes, you're there to support each other. You're coming together to figure out solutions to whatever this conflict is, and, eventually moving towards greater things through that solution. But there's always that element where in all of those things happening, you still have to show up for yourself and take care of yourself. And sometimes we need that reminder because it can be easy to lose ourselves when there are things of these conflicts going on, this kind of neediness. it's easy to lose ourselves. It's easy to push our self-care aside, to just take care of what seems and feels all-consuming, right? It's okay. This stuff is big. I understand it feeling that way. But your little reminder from the universe, take care of you, okay? You are important. Without you, the rest of this isn't going to come together. So I know this is a little bit shorter for these mid-month readings, but it also feels like this is pretty straightforward. And I feel like I've said that a few times this month, so that might just be a feeling in the air. I don't know. But things are coming out very direct right now. And there have been a lot of instances of the cards, calling people out and stuff. At least here in my readings. I have noticed that trend. So with that said, we'll wrap up this basic reading here and jump into the extended. I hope that you found at least a little nugget of help in here and possibly in the extended. If this is where we part ways, though, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the support. I look forward to hopefully reading for you again soon. I love ya.